The following video has been approved by the JD marketing team. It is rated JD for intense use of the word damn and many beaver related puns. This video may not be suitable for all beavers. G'day mate, welcome back to Timberborn with me, JD. So, we're back in our lovely home district, our home district, our only district at this stage, that is Madame. And I've been doing some prep work. I've been doing just a little bit of prep work in the background. A couple of things we need to cover, a couple of plans for today's episode. First off, I want to grab a new district. Now, we've been building just out as far as we can with plans to go and build a new district out here, out over this lovely crater, hoping that once we get to this crater, hopefully we can continue out and probably capture a whole lot of this area. Capture. Probably build in a whole lot of this area. Actually, one thing we might try is build to there. One thing I would love to do, I'd love to do, no idea if it actually happened or not, is I would like to dam, no, not with a dam, with a levee. I'd like to levee off this whole area, like so. I'd like to levee off this whole area, because in our previous episode, we went and built our canal. We already had a river running through and around the town, and I sort of built some walls and took it up a little bit higher, and now we have this lovely canal, which is great, but as you can see, there's an extra block worth of height all the way around. Now, if we come over to here, and someone was to build a levee right the way across here, I could flood everything back at least one more tile. And it looks like that might actually... I wouldn't call that in range. I definitely call that outside range. We do have... Yeah, all of this is outside range. Hence where we're looking at making a new district. Out here. We're going to see how far the builders get before they go, nope, we're not going to build any further, at which point we'll look at a new district. At the same time, today's episode, I want to look at our paper mills. So we have three paper mills which are turning wood into paper. Paper is very, very handy, very, very important. Paper leads to knowledge which makes all our beavers a little bit smarter. When they get knowledge, they work 20% faster. But rather than putting all my paper towards knowledge, I could go and get ore number 1 and get 25% extra working speed. You might ask, how do you get ore 1? Well, it's a monument. It's a monument which costs 1,000 research, which is not actually a problem for us. We got 10,000 research because every single time I hit a drought, we go and turn on the research wing of the town, and science becomes a non-issue. So, I'd really love to build a monument, and it costs 200 timber, and it's quite large. But I have these lovely apartment blocks right here, and I'm thinking, if I very carefully put you in there, and you in there, and threw a nice high priority on both of those, and then came into our monuments and grabbed a labourer monument, and obviously had it face us, we could probably get a monument on top of our town, on top of our apartment blocks, which I think would be just smashing. So that's the first thing I want to work on this episode. Other couple of minor things I want to work on, after doing some tweaking and learning a little bit more about how farming works in Timberborn, I would really like to jump up to the next type of food. And that, of course, is wheat. So we're going to section off this part right here to start growing some wheat. I don't think I want that little bush anymore. So we're going to start growing some wheat. Now, wheat is going to require a grist mill, which is going to grind wheat into flour. So we're going to need to unlock one of those, and I'm figuring we should put that right beside where we're making our wheat, or growing our wheat. At the same time, it requires power. I have planned ahead. I have taken our drive train from up here all the way across to here, so we can get a grist mill. And the last thing I was looking at for our poor little beavers is some fun. we give them fun, they'd work faster. Who knew a beaver that had fun worked faster? I really hope they work faster leading to a drought. So, what I'd also really, really like to do is I'd like to unlock a carousel, which satisfies their fun. And ideally put it right there. It's not going to fit. Okay, what we need to do is we need to pause you, food, grill, right there. Highest priority in the world. Probably a bad time to go planting wheat. Sure. Okay, 3 days for a drought. 3 days for a drought. We have plenty of water. Food is a little bit precious. Yeah. Like that's... We got 130 beavers. So that's like... What? 3 days worth of food? Look, with our mega dam, we should be okay now. It shouldn't be too bad. Actually, one thing we might do is we might just take that up to 2 tiles. It might turn off our power. It might start to backflood. But I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. Oh, and we might just go to this gate, to our little pond, and drop that, and just top it up slightly. Okay, a bit more slightly. Yes, it floods, it breaks the banks before it levels out. And then it sloshes an awful lot. No, 1.5. Oh, wrong way. I keep sliding it the wrong way. Alright, we'll call that topped up. We'll call that topped up. Now, these 2 water tanks are full. That water tank's full. These ones are... Yeah, they're not really full. Okay. It should be fine. It should be fine. I think we'll be fine for this drought. We do need to prioritize that. I need this grill done. It's built. Literally, I just need a beaver to come over here and sniff at it. Hello? Anybody? I have whole building teams. Oh, Woody Beaver's doing our monument. I might just drop back the priority just by a little bit. So somebody comes and sniffs at our grill. Oh. See, all these beavers have no names. They're boring. Alright. So we're going to have that up and running. I'm going to prioritize that. Hopefully that moves all the food from here to there. Yeah, how much food's in there? 12. 12 taters, which is... It's a decent amount of food. And as we're somewhat food critical... Yeah, as we're food critical, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. But you have no food. So I'm going to delete you. We're going to very, very quickly put in a shrub behind that building. Because I don't think I'll ever get back in there. And then leisure carousel. Okay, so we know we're going to need a path right there. And I just need the beavers to, well, finish our monument. Oh, they've finished our monument. Isn't it glorious? Isn't our monument glorious? It's a beaver. Okay, our beaver should give, satisfy all one within 7 tiles. So if we go and click on a building and bring up one night beaver, we can see that their ore is definitely satisfied. Which is good, So is their spirituality. Ore's going up much slower than what I expected. Okay, I'm really glad I built it on top of the apartment block. That way it can get refilled every single night whilst they sleep. Okay. Alright, so with that out of the way, we just need this to be done, that to be done, they can wait. We definitely need... It's emptied. Perfect. Now you're emptied. We should be able to go and put our farmhouse back. And we probably should plan out where to put our bakery. Okay, bakery is that size. So if bakery is that size, we're going to just deselect those tiles. And then in the future, when they've been planted, when they've been harvested, we should be able to build that there. Okay, so we have a grist mill, which is not going to help us right now. So we're going to pause that real quick. And leisure, we're definitely going to build a carousel, which costs 50 planks, 50 gears. That could be a problem. And 40 metal blocks. That could be a severe problem because all our power is shut down because, oh boy! I didn't quite want to flood the banks that much. Okay, that's a little bit more than I thought. Let's just drop that all the way down. And we'll just... Your height 0.5. Yeah. That was a little bit more flooding than what I expected. But the good news is everything's getting a nice, pleasurable watering. Yes. Okay. Well, look, I guess all the crops are going to keep growing. What does it mean? It means a couple of our breeding pods are shut down because they're flooded. Or they can't get delivery of nutrients. Our builder's hut's out. No, the building team's still building. Oh, there we go. It's sorted itself. Okay, so I want to take this back up to height 1.5 because I definitely want to have the maximum amount of water available. And I guess we just wait for the water to evaporate. That didn't take long. That didn't take long at all. Okay. We have 9 unemployed beavers. This is what happens. We come into a drought. And we kick in some science, and yeah. Okay. Carousel. So carousel is going to be a bit of a problem because it mass use of gears. The metal blocks. Oh, we also don't. Oh no, we've got the metal blocks. We just don't have the gears. Okay, so I want to look at, can we solve our gear problem? So remember. Last episode, when we went and built our lovely levee wall, we had to take the power up and over the wall, which was painful, like super painful. And then right here, I ended up putting in the shredder right here at the front because it was the only building I could find that had power on the second level. But I want to bring power from down here up to here. So what I'm thinking is if we unlock a row house, which is just a house, like it's just a house. And I put it like this. It says it shares power with adjacent buildings. So what I'm hoping is if I put that there, and then we look at the power overlay, I can definitely get in power off the second level. Which means, bear with me, I should be able to get a lumber mill in here and here, and get a few extra lumber mills in. Also, just drag the power up to the top level, without having to worry about the stupid high power shaft, which costs, what, 3 wood, 2 planks, 1 gear. This costs 20 logs. It's not cheap, but logs are easy. Like, I have plenty of logs. It's the planks and especially the gears I don't have many of. So we're going to attempt to put in 3 lumber mills. I'm going to attempt another 2 gear workshops. It is going to require me to get... Okay, actually, hang on. District Center. We're pretty close. We're getting to the end of the district out here. In fact, this doesn't touch that, which is a bit of a worrying sign. So, we're going to probably... okay, bring out... those, bring out power to there, into there. Now I got 2 choices. I can put in a high power shaft, or I just find a building that happens to be 2 tiles high and just put that there. I can pause the building. I never have to use the building, but I just put a row house there. It's like really tempting. I can't think of any other buildings. So it's done, and we just pause it. Network power supply. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Look, we'll do the right thing. We'll do the right thing. We'll put in a high-powered shaft from there to there. Sort of feel a little bit dirty now. Like, I could have just cheesed the system. Okay, alright. So we got you two lack power, but, you know, that'll get built fairly quickly. As for over here... Oh, wow. Okay. Well. Keep going then, I guess. That's about as far as we're going to get. Build that there. Build the stairs there and stairs there. Because I'm going to have to get down here to start chopping timber. Yep. It's unfortunate they can't get further this way. That would have been really nice. Yeah, I think I can build that all the way to the end. I might want to add those paths. Building lacks power 2. Construction materials. Oh, there's no gears. Because they're all going to this. Which is still 10 gears short. Well, look, if I prioritize it, maybe the gears will show up. Maybe. Doesn't say lack materials anymore, so maybe there's a gear on the way? Oh, there is a gear on the way. Excellent. Okay. I don't know whether you guys will actually get some gears cranked out in the meantime, but yeah, it's a start. Okay. So we got a drought incoming. I think... oh, I wanted to put in food, bakery, right there. You're super not priority. And actually... I can build on top of that. So we're just going to put those in there and put in a path. I don't know if I'll actually use this to get up to this wall and do something, but... No, we won't place it. We won't place it. We won't place it. We'll leave the tile blank. We're not going to waste the resources, but yeah. We're going to pause you because you also need gears. Okay, gears are definitely going to be a problem. The other thing that I want to look at this episode, very, very important, super, super important, is under landscaping. It's called an explosives factory. It costs 400 science. And crap, it needs a whole bunch of gears. Okay, if I pause, you didn't have a pause. There's no way to turn off part of the power network. Because I was looking at what happens if I put a whole bunch of beavers on manual wheels, just to run a few of these during the dry season. It looks like I have to remove things to then build them back afterwards. You like materials, and you like potatoes. Well, that I can't help with. Okay. I definitely want to keep the gear guys running through the dry season. Power. Power wheels. Okay. Power shaft, T intersection. There, and there. Drag that straight the way through. Let's remove these for now. How much power do gears need? 120, and each one of the wheels does 50. So I need 150. So I need 3 of them, really. Oh, hang on. It's 120 each. Okay, the drought has started. Okay, first things first. Let's crank that to max. That's about it. That's about it. We can probably pause all these. That's a lot of water. Okay. And wheels are running, but they're not going to run for long. Okay, so what was it? It was 120. Yeah, so I'm going to need... Yep, there goes power. And power's gone. Okay. So we're going to pause everything. Yep. I guess we just want to try and get this done. And 28 unemployed beavers. Well. Well. Let's turn on all of these then. This is how we end up with so much research. Building lacks materials. Yeah, you don't have potatoes, can't help with that. You guys like power. Once this is done, power, beaver wheel, beaver power, beaver power, beaver power, beaver power, beaver power. Well, with a stockpile right there, yeah, it's not going to take long to build. Okay, and you've got a beaver straight away, and you've got a beaver straight away, and you have one. So I need 240 beaver power. Each one of these does 50, so I'll be making 250 beaver power. I guess because everything else is paused, it's fine. We don't have to break the connection. Yeah. And you guys can slowly crank out gears. Very, very slowly. Alright, so with that out of the way and a 7-day drought to look forward to, I think we should do the very, very critically important things in the game. We should name some beavers. So first off, we need to replace some of the previously expired beavers that expired from old age. So we're going to have Splinter Jr. We're going to have Woody Jr., Chomps Jr., Toothy Jr., of course. Mr. Chips's offspring is now Chips Jr. Now, Charity Beaver, we already had a Charity Beaver 2. So we're going to go with a 2.5. Not quite 3. Not quite 3. And with the rising of the morning, we should have Morningwood Jr. Of course, we had Harry Beaver and Harry Beaver 2.0, but now we have Harry Beaver Extra Harry. We also had a Justin Beaver and a Justin Beaver 2.0, I believe. So we now have Justin Beaver with tats. You know, he's a little bit more mature, a little bit more grown up. Out here on the wheel, we have obviously Slippery Beaver Jr. And lastly, we have Junior Ranger. Yeah, that is all our beavers that have left us previously, been renamed, brought back to life, ready to go again. So, with that out of the way, I think the only thing we have to do is... Nope, that is as far as they can build. Okay, well that answers that question. They can't build any further that way. We have plenty of planks. We have a couple of gears. This project is obviously going to take a while to get to because we need a couple more gears. And the other mega project I was going to start on next episode, but whilst we're waiting around doing nothing, I think we might start it right now. And I want to build platforms out this way, because eventually, I'd love to have another district further downstream. I want to go upstream first, and I think we'll still do that, but I'd also like to have something downstream. Okay, so the drought's about to break, and we survived just. Our food is right on the border. Yes, food. Food is right on the border. Now, I did run out of planks entirely. Yeah, drought ended. Let's drop you... We learned our lesson last time to 1.5, which we have at least 1.5 tiles worth of water still. So... we didn't actually use most of the water. Oh, actually, we might also unpause all of you guys. Yep, and start unpausing construction. Now, we did use all our gears, all our planks, rather. We did burn through the whole lot, and I did set up some beaver wheels, and even set up a backup beaver wheels, and found out that this one was outside the district, so we didn't build the last few. So, definitely going to plan... pause, and pause. Okay, definitely going to plan for next season that the water beavers can come over and run on wheels instead, just so we have a little bit of power so we can keep things running. At the same time, hopefully can't get all the required material. I think you can now, actually. No, we don't have any gears. Why don't we have gears? Oh, we can also unpause that and unpause that. Which doesn't help us because we have no power because there's still no water. Nope, that's definitely got here. Okay, whilst we wait for the water to fill up, I have managed to work on the new district. So this is going to be a new district. This is definitely going to let us extend out a little bit further, grab all this area, build in this dam, and I don't know what else. I don't really have a plan apart from... I want to go upriver. I don't know whether we're going to go all the way upriver, which would be interesting. Like, we could dam right across here and save all that water. That'd be impressive. Or we could get out to the edge of the map and dam the edge of the map, because water does flow off the edge of the map. Unconnected building, yes, we know that. Pause, does that go away? No, it's log pile. Lax workers. We have no unemployed... Oh. I didn't pause Beaver Science HQ. There we go. Okay, construction likes materials. Gears. Yeah, we should have gears. You know what? Oh, I'm going to delete you so I stop unpausing it. Alright, how many more do we need? We need 6. 4, 5, 6. Okay, alright, so that should fix that problem. Meanwhile, now that all our beavers have all +1, we are getting 25% extra work out of them, which is handy. Yeah, you need gears as well. Gears are going to be a bottleneck for a moment or two. Yeah. But we're now into cycle 7, so we've done 7 droughts now. So I think we're doing okay. I think we've got this down pat now. Apart from food. Food is a bit of an issue still. So food, let's look at our food options. Now we do have a water dump which discharges water. I think that's going to be our key point for future food situations. So we're going to unlock one of those, and then the other thing we're going to need is explosives, which obviously we don't have. Now I can convert more of this internal zone into more food, which is maybe not a bad idea. Maybe? Can we put one maple in there? Because it feels lonely and lost. The problem is our 4 farmhouses, especially now that we've converted this over to wheat, are pretty damn busy. Like, they don't have a lot of downtime. Yeah, as soon as food shows up, a beaver runs over there to eat it. Okay. Alright, well, I think the next thing we need is we definitely need this up and running, which is going to require gears, which is going to require, well, beavers to get a mush on. Is that wheat? That must be wheat. Wheat into flour. Yep. Which also means we need this up and running. So we need gears desperately. Alright. I guess nothing to do but jump forward in time. Yeah. Alright. I think today's the day. I think today's the day we're going to send beavers over to the new colony, whether it's ready or not. We do have the explosives factory up and running. We currently have all of 0 explosives. Yep, 0 explosives in stock. That's a horrible name. Let's go rename some beavers, because we did have machinery beaver die a few days ago. So let's start with you. Machinery beaver, who is definitely well lubricated. Continuing down our list, we do have Nah, Don't Touch That Beaver. Also died a few days ago. We also have Too Dirty, being Dirty Beaver 2.0. We also have Frenchie 2, because Frenchie 1 is about to pass away at the ripe old age of, well, Frenchie is 79, and Frenchie 2 turns out is 77. Maybe we need to pick somebody a little bit younger to be Frenchie number 2. We also have Timber 2. Too busy beaver. Lumber Squirrel Esquire the Second. We have Too Munchy Beaver. Too Dirty Beaver, who's good friends with Too Tipsy Beaver, who does complain about Still Crabby Beaver, who's very sick of Too Nosy Beaver getting all up in their face, but doesn't understand how you go from a Shrub 2.0 down to another South American beaver, you know, from a country that starts with B, who is a little bit too much for Too Exotic Beaver. So, today now, I think next step is going to be, now these are all in a separate district, we only have a water tank, which I think I'd prefer to finish, because that needs gears. Yeah, so we just need that up and running, plus we'd really, really love to have the bakery, which is missing just one gear. We do have a lovely, that the children are using all day, Carousel, that we don't stop to let beavers on and off. They just jump on whilst in motion. This is why you can't leave children unsupervised. It's very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. But it should mean, if we check on our overlay, we should see that fun is not as high as I thought it would be. We'll have to give it a little while, but with fun they should get an extra 15% working speed, which is great, because Still Crabby is they've got all their hands, all their paws in the dough, playing with the bread. Oh, nothing bad's going to happen here. All right, so we have explosives. Yeah, explosives are painfully slow to make. Painfully slow. Painfully slow. Have I mentioned how painfully slow they are to make? So with the newfound power of dynamite, yes, we wish to unlock that. I think what we want to do is we want to plan out some farms, okay? Because food is definitely a weak point for our colony. So, some quick planning. So, after some quick planning, in theory, going off somebody's tutorial video about food, I should be able to plant about 81 crops per farmer and keep them fairly busy, okay? So the plan is to plant, well, that many crops. And on top of that, we're going to need water. So this is where things are going to get a little bit interesting. We're going to have to bring in... I'm going to have to put in food, a farmhouse. We're going to put a farmhouse here and a farmhouse here. On top of that, I'm going to need a water dump, because I need to irrigate this whole area. So we're going to go and we're going to grab some explosives. I'm going to put some explosives right there. And in theory, let's just remove that so nobody actually plants it. And we'll plant blueberries instead, because they won't plant. Maybe some might plant. We're going to put some explosives right here. And in theory, we should be able to put in a water dump and irrigate this whole area. At least that's my hope. Okay, so after everybody came, left, had a nap, came back, we have one stick of dynamite. So, A little bit anticlimactic, but hopefully, if I put a water dump in there and we prioritize the hell out of that. Do we have planks? We have planks. We have some gears. Hopefully that means if I unpause that, we can finish off that water tank. Because if I can get that water tank done, we should be able to get this district up and running. So, plan is, we have a couple of foresters, which are going to go planting and planting. That's going to be their priority. We need to get the water dump done. And then ideally, we're going to dump some water in this hole. And hopefully everything's going to magically irrigate. That's the plan at least. Unconnected building. No. Building likes material. You have no flour. No, you have no wheat. Well, Splinter will take care of it in time. Okay. Water. Water. Has water. Run faster. Run much faster. Much, much faster. And I call that a success. Excellent. Now, it's going to require some micromanagement. It's going to require a heap of micromanagement, but we should be able to get a whole bunch of food out of this tiny little block. On top of that, we should be able to fairly easily duplicate it. So, we just need to count out our 9 tiles. And then just do our best to approximate things as best as possible. Go into landscaping, grab another stick of dynamite, whack that right there. Up the priority on that. And I just need to plant everything. Well, actually, considering its range, I could probably skip. If I put this here instead, I probably would have been able to cover both lots. There you go. We learn. And boom, a second time. Alright, so we just need a second water dump right there. Prioritize the hell out of that. We're going to let them plant, because it's not going to be too long. We've got this water tank done, which also means, and this will all be stuff we'll be playing with in the next episode, we're going to remove... Let's remove that there. We're going to put in a district gate right there. We're going to go into district center. We want a brand new district center. We're also going to want a labor, a drop-off point right there, and a distribution post, which I guess I have to put all the way over here now. Yeah, my plan was to put it right here, but we went and put a farm there instead. Yeah, it's going to have to go there. Alright, so in the next episode, we're going to play with our new district. We're going to definitely set up our new district. We're going to have to migrate some beavers over here. We're going to have to get some timber over here. We're going to have to get some building happening over here. And then we're going to try and get this dam done. Because if I can get this second dam in, then we can flood this whole area. Including potentially... It would flood up one more tile. So that means this whole area is permanently full of water. Which is really good because we built on stilts. But I'm going to leave it here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed this lovely episode of Timberborn. And can you do me one big favour? Can you say hi to your mum for me? Alright, that's it. We're out. Thanks for watching. Bye.